guys, and welcome back to Couch Critics. I'm Lamia.
And I'm Ruby, and today we're reviewing 56 Days.
Yes, it's a Prime show featuring Dove Cameron and Halsey's boyfriend.
I have not. Halsey's boyfriend?
Yeah, his fiance.
Halsey has a new boyfriend?
It's her fiance.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on, let's find out his name. My bad, we should have been more.
It's okay.
Avon Tudor Jogia. Georgia.
Okay,
I have no idea how to pronounce. Okay, we're gonna call him Avon.
Even. So it stars Dove Cameron and Even, and it's this erotic thriller.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, about this toxic couple who are too toxic for each other. And it stars well, in the show they say it's Boston, but it stars in Montreal. It was
Yeah.
filmed in Montreal. And if you are a Montreal local, you'd know that it was Montreal.
There's I have two people I met in acting class who are in the TV show.
Yeah, I was in the show.
Yeah.
I was a background actor in the show.
You too,
Yeah.
right? Yes.
Were they like actors?
Yeah, so they were. One of them had a word. She
Okay.
was like the mother of the boy who died.
Okay.
So we only see her when she opens the door. The other one was like an officer, and in the throwback episode
Yeah.
when they were telling Dove's brother that he was gonna get arrested, like he was the one speaking with him. So it's like tiny roles, but it's like I know these people.
That's so cool. During the entire I watched the show yesterday, and in every episode I could recognize so many faces, because I feel like everyone who works in the acting industry in Montreal got to have a small role or like a background role in this movie. So it's so fun to just recognize places in the show and faces in this show. And it was a fun set. It was one of my favorite sets as a background actor.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also love how it's Dove Cameron and Avon, because I know them from again Disney and
Yeah.
Nickelodeon, and I'm like, but they grew up and they play their roles pretty well. I have a
Yeah.
lot to say about this TV show in terms of storyline and all,
Yeah.
but I think that the acting was overall good. So it's so nice to see them take up more grown up roles. It's seeing kids grow up, which is so nostalgic,
Totally.
even though they're older than us, but still.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There was a lot of controversy that I saw on TikTok about Dove Cameron and how she didn't fit this role. She wasn't the girl next door kind of character, and
Yeah,
I'm not sure I agree with that.
the only thing that I didn't like is that her and her sister seemed so different.
Yeah.
Dove Cameron is so baby doll polished in the movie, and it's not to say that her beauty is a takedown, but she does play the role of somebody who is really struggling and who's poor. And her sister, she shows that more in terms of casting, but I think that if they picked a sister who looked more like her, it would have been more it would have worked better. It's just the siblings, they didn't look alike, so I think that this is what made it a bit controversial.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I thought the siblings didn't look familiar.
Yeah.
And also, side note, can I just add that Dove Cameron in real life is one of the most beautiful humans I've ever seen. She's the kind of people that when I saw her, because during one of her scenes I was right next to her, so I got to see her from every single angle, and I did stare at her like a weirdo. And she's just perfect. She looks like a doll, and she looks 1,000 times more beautiful in real life than on screen. So if you think that she's gorgeous on screen, you can't even begin to imagine how beautiful she is IRL. And also, I've always imagined her as someone that's mysterious, and that's has a little bit of a dark energy, but from the day that I spent on set, she was very bubbly and very fun, and she created this very cool and positive atmosphere on set. And I've been on a lot of sets with a lot of Hollywood actors where they would just act in a way that would make people feel weird. Yeah, but not on this set. She was really cool. And
It's so nice to see. I do hear that a lot. Celebrities do seem like they have auras. It's just it
Yeah.
shows that they are celebrities because they're so
Yeah.
that's what they learn. They learn how to be charismatic. I think it's
She
their
was
job.
extremely charismatic, and I wasn't the only person thinking that. Like, I remember everyone that day was mesmerized by Cameron. Like, she had that star thing that you could totally see very
I love
quickly.
that.
Yeah.
I would have been starstruck,
Yeah.
honestly. I used to watch her on Liv and Maddie when I was like 14 years old. I would sing like better on stereo, like with my friends. So it's
Oh,
just,
that's
it's
cute.
mind-blowing to think that they were filming a TV show in the city where I live now.
Mhm.
It's, yeah,
Also, her music is great.
I love her music. I listen
Yeah.
to a lot of her, especially her latest songs.
Mhm.
It has this vibe that she's trying to like she has it's very coherent, her music. She's
Mhm.
this mysterious dark energy, femme fatale energy,
Yeah.
and I just love this about her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the show is about this girl whose brother died, and she's trying to get revenge by dating his killer.
Yeah.
And yeah, the killer is played by Evan, and we see this very toxic story with this very toxic dynamic just unfold because he doesn't know that she knows, and she's not telling him, and she turns into a con artist because he's very rich, so she decides to take his money, but she ends up like falling in love with him at a certain point. So
You didn't finish it. There's a plot twist.
oh no, I still have 2 episodes left.
There's a plot twist at the end, and I'm so happy that there was a plot twist because through the whole TV show, there was so many things that seemed incoherent at times, and
Mhm.
so many things that seemed so cliche. Like the whole thriller felt like a tiny bit of You, a tiny bit of like 50 Shades of Grey. Like there was
Yeah.
so many things that were so obvious in that sense, and but like there's at some point plot twist, and apparently it was adapted by a book, but the ending
Okay.
of the book is very different from the ending of the TV show, and it does the whole like
Okay.
it changes the whole shift. I think they wanted to have a more closed end thing with the TV show, so this is why they changed it. I'm trying not to give too much away because I want you to
Thank
finish
you.
it. But what else do I have to say? I think that this TV show would have done way better and we would have enjoyed it way more if you haven't seen so many things like this. Like if this was posted before You and before 50 Shades and before all of these like movies and thrillers that talked about very similar things, I think it would have worked so well because
Mhm.
it's visually beautiful, the acting is good, like it's nice, but because I feel like we've seen so much of this, it
Yeah.
felt a bit repetitive.
Yeah, I feel like it's the kind of show that you binge watch very
Yeah.
quickly because it's good and there is a plot twist at the end and everything, but you quickly also forget about it because
Yeah.
you've seen too many of this kind of shows, and it does play a lot with the erotism
Yeah.
and it and like the plot, but at the same time it doesn't have a strong substance. Like it's not uh it it's it falls into a typical
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, I mean, the first couple of episodes, they threw some certain scenes that they probably knew would make the audience
Yeah.
catch up to it because it was sensual in that sense.
Yeah, and it's
So,
also hard to relate
mhm.
to because it's just very messy. Whereas for a show like You, I mean, just the first season, it's something that could happen to anyone to
That's
find
true.
a perfect guy and he just turns out to be a psycho, and you
Yeah,
don't know that
yeah.
because like everyone goes on dates and you don't really know the people you're dating, and yeah.
I also find it a bit odd how the character was able to find so much information so quickly about
Yeah.
someone who's a billionaire. I feel like these people are not easily accessible, and she was so smart in a sense that she found a way of having him hit on her instead of her hitting on him. So that was smart, but like just the fact that she had all of his information in like the most reckless notebook that was probably gonna be found like in every other episode,
Yeah.
it's just a bit it's a bit unrealistic to me.
And also how he asks her to move in with him
Yeah,
very quickly,
yeah.
and it's a little bit pushed, but at the same time it's better than what we see on Netflix these days, and
I
it's,
agree.
I mean, I did enjoy it more
Yeah.
than what we've seen lately on whether Prime or Netflix.
I am a person who's very stuck on her comfort shows, and I started this show just because I wanted to watch something else
Yeah.
that I don't know by heart at this point. So it was a really nice refresh. That wasn't that it was a thriller, but it was still laid back. Like I wasn't on the edge of my seat the whole time. So yeah, I do agree. It was a fun watch.
Okay. You should watch the love story next.
I can't wait. Actually,
yeah,
I
want
want
to talk about the Kennedys.
Yeah.
So I think that sums it up. Unless you have something else to say.
That's all. 56 Days.
Go watch it and let us know what you think.
And please don't forget to like and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.